coming in from Tamil Nadu, where AIADMK General Secretary Sasikala has sacked Puducherry former MLA Om Shakti Sekar for backing O Panneerselvam. So both trying to flex their muscles at this point of time. One, of course, acting as the AIADMK General Secretary, where she has sacked the Puducherry MLA, and the other, who is the acting Chief Minister, O Panneerselvam. Both of them, at this point of time, trying to flex their muscles and do as much as they can to try and salvage the situation. Let's go across to my colleague Lokpriya joining us with latest news that's coming in. Lokpriya, Sasikala, they're sacking Puducherry MLA now. What more can you share with us on this front? On what grounds?
Well, that's correct. AIADMK General Secretary VK Sasikala has sacked Om Shakti Sekar, a former MLA from Puducherry who contested against Narayanasamy in the recent by-election. And this particular development comes because Om Shakti Sekar has supported O Panneerselvam, and that is the reason that has been cited because AIADMK calls O Panneerselvam as a traitor, someone who betrayed the interests of the party. So this is a clear indication and warning to all those members who might support O Panneerselvam. They might face the same situation as well. So that is the indication the AIADMK wants to send out, that VK Sasikala is firmly in control and you need to be in that particular camp. So that's the indication that is coming in from the AIADMK. VK Sasikala has the numbers, and we are also being told by highly placed sources that the AIADMK MLAs along with VK Sasikala might meet the governor later in the evening after 4 p.m. once the governor lands in Chennai. Remember, AIADMK has sent two intimation, the letters informing that...
Lokpriya, before we go towards all that's expected to happen with the governor coming in, may I just understand, we also have our colleague Madhav who's joining us live from the British Hawk, but who actually holds the power right now? Because you see, one is acting, Lokpriya, like the AIADMK General Secretary, who is Sasikala, who has the power over the party. The other, let's not forget, O Panneerselvam is still the acting Chief Minister. He still has the powers of the Chief Minister. We believe some stories coming in that how, being a treasurer as well, he has stopped all sorts of exchanges from the banks. Nobody can really withdraw or have any sort of transactions with the banks as well. And as an acting Chief Minister, he also has certain amount of powers at this point of time. So we're looking at a power tussle really playing out, each one of them trying to flex their muscles in whichever way they can.
Well, yes, in fact, that's what's happening on ground in Tamil Nadu. O Panneerselvam, in fact, continuing as caretaker chief minister, has, of course, executive powers with him. And that's why you look at the kind of statements that as treasurer, that he has put out to not release funds in banks that are there as far as the AIADMK is concerned. He's also, in fact, as we know, proposed several other actions. Rajesh, if I can come to, this battle that's being fought out, it's really, of course, battle lines drawn. Sasikala now coming out. She sacked a former MLA of Puducherry, who's backed OPS. OPS himself taking several actions against Sasikala. Clearly, this battle now is only going to continue, it seems, if the governor doesn't step in and quickly make a call on what is to happen as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned.
No, it's a very simple issue. Issue is that the Chief Minister has resigned, and the MLAs have shown their indication that they have a preferred choice for Chief Minister. Now, given this scenario, where was the need for the governor to wait for 3 days, right? Because the longer you wait, the longer it gives scope for all kinds of unsavory events to occur. Now, it's clear that the governor, by sleeping, has allowed for a certain kind of unsavory events to take place. And why he's doing so is clear, because, like I told you, the BJP requires the support of the AIADMK in the Rajya Sabha. And without that, they can't function. Plus, as you pointed out, the presidential elections are coming up. So they are trying to fish in troubled waters, and they're making use of the governor's office for that position.
Oh, right. The BJP is making use of the governor's office, but really, of course, the kind of unsavory incidents that are happening, Sasikala is sacking certain members who are close to OPS. OPS is taking executive action using his powers as chief minister against Sasikala. Clearly, this battle will only continue unless a final decision is taken by the governor.
You see, BJP as a party is an onlooker in the whole development. You know that we don't have much stakes in Tamil Nadu, but we want Tamil Nadu to be a peaceful state. There is a crisis in the AIADMK which was voted to power. And we also suspect that other parties may try to fish in troubled water. Why would governor or the BJP try to fish in troubled water? Tell me. And what do we gain? We have to deal with the party and we have to deal with the chief minister, who will be leader of all the MLAs. Governor will exercise his discretion whenever he thinks is fit, and whenever he exercises discretion, that will be constitutional, that will be as per the law. The governor cannot act beyond a point, because there are judgments, various judgments of the Supreme Court that says how the governor should behave. You have the S.R. Bommai case that says that floor test is the best test, the strength of the leader. Assembly has to be tested on the floor of the house. So in this context, we have to see how the governor acts. Governor has to ascertain himself whether any person has complete majority or not.
Okay.
Now it's a different situation. There is a chief minister who says that he was forced to resign. At that time, he enjoyed the majority support of MLAs. So there is a crisis that is admitted.
Okay.
And we would like the crisis to resolve. AIDMK is in the best position to resolve the crisis.
Okay. Madhav, we have to go across to our colleague Lokpriya as well right now, who's joining us from Chennai. While, of course, the Congress and BJP watching these developments extremely closely, like both the spokespersons are saying. But quickly going across to Lokpriya on what's expected to unfold. Lokpriya, we understand that Governor Vidyasagar Rao is to return to Chennai by about 3 p.m. this afternoon. What is going to be his strategy forward? Will he be meeting Sasikala with all his supporters? We understand that how these MLAs close to 130 have been packed off and sent to some destination in Chennai so that no horse trading can take place. Or will it be Panneerselvam he will be inviting first to stake claim to form the government? What are the options and what's expected to unfold with the governor coming back today? Lokpriya.
Well, that's correct. The governor's role is most crucial, and his next step will be watched very keenly. We are being told by highly placed sources that the governor will meet with Sasikala and her MLAs because they clearly have the mandate, and she still has that letter that was sent to the governor informing him of the election as the legislative leader and of having the mandate and having the numbers. So we are being told that the governor, once he returns to Chennai, will be meeting Sasikala along with all the 130 MLAs. There is also another possibility that the governor might meet with OPS as well, because he is the caretaker chief minister. So we'll have to watch very closely what will be the next step of governor, because that one step will shed a lot of clarity and will set the ball rolling for future actions from here on in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Right. Meanwhile, also help us understand how now, of course, many people are talking. The DMK is speaking at this point of time of how they are not really involved in what's really happening in the AIADMK. But many also saying that because Sasikala is not being able to keep the flock together, she's trying to point fingers to other political opponents at this point of time. But most importantly, the state machinery also getting affected. Tell us about the confusion that continue to persist right now, Lokpriya, where functioning of the state is concerned. This must be a very tough time for all the bureaucrats as well as, the police administration. Who really do they have to follow? Is it a chief minister in waiting? Is it the interim chief minister?